did it that time. Got it right.
Just-
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Jovial Pursuit Podcast. I'm your host, Jovi, with my co-host, Brandon. How we doing, Brandon?
I'm hanging in there. I'm tired. I was telling you a little bit before show. I stayed up late last night. Was working on some stuff out in my garage, and it was good. I like sort of working with my hands and doing different things and being creative, and I was enjoying it. And then I looked up at the clock, and it was like 12:15, and I went, "I'm too old for this. No,
I'm
no,
looking more at your face, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, you do look beat, like right in here.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
looking
just right in
rough.
there. Yeah, like
Fix it in post.
just
airbrushing.
We'll get you right in there.
You're like, where'd my eyes go? This is the best I could do. There's like tiny little sand desert slits.
Yep. And so I've never been hungover, but this morning made me question, like, is this what this feels like, where you just wake up and you're like, no, I'm not doing this. Nope.
I don't get them often. I've gotten them a little bit more frequently as I've aged. But yeah, that's exactly what that is. And it's not good.
Like, it's like waking up this morning. It was just because I was tired and I stayed up too late and I had to get up for, responsibilities. But it was like I woke up and my brain was like, no, I am going on strike today. And I was like, come on, buddy, we need to get moving, because like we need to do the things, like get to work. And there was part of me that was like suddenly turned into like a toddler and was like, no, no, I refuse to. You can't make me get up. And I was like, yeah, you right.
You got up though.
I mean, it was like one of those, where you start. It was like one of those ways that where you wake up in the morning and you just start with like one limb at a time, where you're just like, yeah, you're like, get a leg.
Yeah, you drop the leg out there and you're like, all right, I'm a halfway quarter standing, and I'm like, okay, I could do this.
Yeah. And I didn't have my dog. Like, normally in the morning, our dog like needs to go out. She likes to go for walks. So normally she'll like come to my side of the bed and like, whimper a little bit. And I'm like, all right, I can get out for you. Like, let's do this. But she's not with me today, because she's being watched by my dad. And so I didn't have her. So there was like no motivation. Like, no one's up in the morning except me. Like,
how early was it?
I normally get up at like 4:45, 5 in the morning. And so
for
this
what
morning,
purpose?
We've already talked about how we're old, right? And so I love the stillness. I'm like the old guy that like will go out and have his cup of coffee on the deck and be like, I just want to watch the sunrise and listen to the birds sing in the morning. Like, I love it.
That's fair.
And I also, yeah, like, it's just like chill, and it's just a nice way to ease into the day. Like, I don't want to get up and have to get going. I just want to like ease into it. Just like,
I feel the same way. I end up like, I come to my space, my little sanctuary. I do what I gotta do in here. Watch YouTube videos, listen to music, play with my lights, partaketh of what I have, and then I'll go and adjust to the day. But one thing that Jill and I did the other day, because we haven't had rain out here in a hot minute, and it was downpouring, we went and just sat on the porch.
Yeah.
I went and walked Issa in the rain. It was really cool. It was just a nice evening.
It was raining last night.
Toasted out there.
Yeah. It was raining last night, and I like opened up the garage door and just like sat right on the edge just to like enjoy it and smell the rain and be like, ah, this is nice.
Petrichor.
Say what now?
Petrichor, that earthy smell after rain or during rain.
Huh. I was today years old when I learned that is the
that's not
name
my no.
of
If we're hopping, I've got it today years old.
Petrichor.
If I'm not mistaken, that's the proper term. If I'm not
All right.
mistaken, that's the proper term. The scent that accompanies the first rain after a long, warm, dry spell. That's what I had.
Huh. Who knew?
I did.
How did you know it though?
You know, old folks just be getting dictionary words sent to their email address. And
are you that guy? You know, we gotta start playing crossword puzzle games together now. Like we're
see, I've been ruined the day that I mentioned that I like words. Okay,
dude, I'm telling you, like we gotta start. Like this is a thing. Like you go words with friends and all that stuff. Like
I avoid Scrabble, words with friends, fucking
trivia games, dude. Trivia games.
First of all, trivia, I'm all for it. Get me in trivia.
All right.
Any category. I'm usually got something I can finesse out of there.
Okay.
My brain is a random assortment. Oh, what did I open?
Dude, I'm looking at trivia games right now that we could play together. Trivia crack? Trivia cocaina.
I used to play that one back in the day. Jill and I would especially play it during we'd go on date nights, and while we're waiting on dinner, we would do that while the food's prepping and all that.
What is Trivia Crack 2?
It's the next Trivia Crack.
Interesting.
You know, the government peddles that stuff. Trivia.
Who knew? Speaking of government.
Oh, okay. Let me get into my week first. I got to recap.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in the world right now.
Can I just say, like everything that is going on, I'm here for. I got popcorn ready for it. This is just like, yeah, and it's bad because I'm like, I feel like at this point in time, I keep being like, you gonna let him talk to you that way,
bro?
And then I switch teams. on it, and like, are you gonna let him treat you that?
This is me sitting in the gladiator stance. It doesn't matter who wins or loses. This is just hilarious.
Oh yeah,
I'm sitting ready. I'm just eager. It's gonna be good. Okay, real quick. My wife and daughter are out of town. They over in your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
They hanging out with the parents. So I'm solo from what was 3:00 this morning to whenever my wife gets back mid Tuesday. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So actually, maybe I might need to download some games, play with a friend. You know, there's pals that we could hang with.
I'm out of town tonight.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry, man.
Guys, you see what I deal with? This man is never available, and I'm just vying for time. And he wonders why I gaslight him. But then it also is true because he don't be giving me no time.
I mean,
wait, am I actually just telling the? No, I actually am just telling the truth. Be better.
Ish.
I would never go above and beyond what I need to, Brandon. Anywho, let's get into this week. So we got some oligarchs duking it out on social media right now.
Yeah, man. Like the equivalent of like, you're not invited to my birthday anymore. Like there's some like social media haymakers being thrown, and each one's, you know what's interesting is they're like trying to almost like out pretend that they're mature. Like, have you noticed that? Like where they're like, I think he misses me. And then the other one's
Oh,
like,
I hadn't seen those. I've just seen the
oh,
nasty haymakers that they've been throwing.
well, and then you got Epstein out here now too. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I was. I still use Twitter. It's never going to be called X to me. It's Twitter. That's what your
Yeah.
mama named you. That's what I'm calling you.
Yep.
And I know that's weird to say in like a dead namespace. I don't mean it seriously, guys. Like, chill out. It's Twitter. It's a website.
Just chill.
Like,
Just you chill.
but bro, they were throwing nasty barbs.
Yep.
And I think it all started with Elon. Well, we have to double back. My man has been on drugs.
Yeah. Like
Really sent me trivia. Guys.
I legit just sent him a trivia invite. So that little like bling.
Just sent
yep.
me links.
Yeah,
I'm like, broski.
Next up is gonna be like some sort of like crossword puzzle or Sudoku.
Here's my favorite dictionary app.
Yeah.
Fuck Webster.
Yeah. No, I didn't realize like he was on like drugs. Like I knew that he was like, you know, ketamine guy, but then the stuff that
shrooms and excessive Adderall.
Yeah, man's out here like
doping,
self-destructing. Like,
did you see the videos of him just? Yeah,
he's hitting the Ray Charles.
I was gonna say Stevie Wonder. We both had one in the bag. I was about to be like, bro, but I'm really dizzy this week, so I actually can't. I'm like, you'll see me do that and fall over. Back of my head hurt.
I did get a little dizzy just from doing it. I was like, I don't know how Ray did that. Probably because, you know.
Oh, he had his own assortment. As a matter of fact,
he did. Anywho,
yeah.
He like the videos of him just like zoning out, looking and doing that. I'm like, oh, Elon's gone.
Yeah,
Elon's. But also, if I lost like that much money in that short of time, I think it'd be hard not to look at some substances to make you feel a little bit better.
It was never real money.
Fair.
That is like
it's real to me because I would have sold. I'd be like,
oh yeah, okay.
I'm
At
out.
that point, it's real. But if you're gonna stay, like, chill out.
Yeah,
you know you're gonna get it back. People have a short attention span right now, so it's like it's gonna be all right.
Yeah. So
I mean, they did start bombing his establishments. Oh, we were so close to French Revolution. It was, man, like
right there.
Anyway, proceed.
Yeah, so it starts with Elon being like, "Hey, this is not a beautiful bill. It is going to rob us all of money."
That one. That's what really popped off. That's the first one I saw.
Yeah. And then, you know,
I'm on here right now. I'm looking at stuff.
well, and then Donald comes back with like, I think he misses us and he's just mad. He knew everything about it. He's just mad about the EV sort of subsidies because of his, you know, company is, you know, EV companies. And then Elon comes back out here and being like, you wouldn't have won that election without my money. You'd be out here. Which, great counterpoint. Well done. Got him with a good right hook.
Fair.
Well done. Well done.
The commentary.
Yep.
Ooh, and Elon with a stiff right jab.
Yes.
What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah. And then Donald comes back, you know, just, you know, fires his
all
own.
your contracts.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
and then.
oh wait, no, because we skipped the NASA part.
Yep.
Because he's like, bro, we'll shut NASA down. He's like,
yeah,
we'll shut you down. And then he's like, bro, Epstein. It is like, okay.
And then does like, have a nice day, Donald J. Trump.
Yeah,
like,
that was petty. That was petty.
TJT.
Not by the initials, though, dude. That was petty. And now he's saying he wants to start a new political party with the disenfranchisement. Excuse me.
I mean, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, Elon could swing it. I still don't like. I think I don't want Elon being in charge of it, but I think we take the momentum and be like, yeah, let's get out. Third party.
Last night, I was talking about this last night, and my buddy Christian, he was like, he does go more oligarch libertarian, and I'm like, please don't call him libertarian, please, because that's where I more or less sit, and I'm like, I don't need him over here. And it's more like left-leaning libertarian, obviously, but it's like, bro, just he wants to just have fun with the government, not actually do anything.
He strikes me as someone who just likes chaos a little bit, and probably was a kid that just lit a lot of fires that in places where they shouldn't have been, and now he's just doing it in a different way.
Parents. I mean, his parents were running amok in South Africa.
just
emerald mines. He comes from this. Like,
oh yeah,
he was a part of. His parents were a part of the apartheid regime. So it's like, bro, it's in him.
Yeah,
innately right now.
Yeah,
and I don't think the drugs are helping.
Haywire, man. Haywire.
We have a felon president with a sidekick drug-addicted oligarch and a bunch of their cronies running the government right now. And I'm praying for y'all. That's all I can do. I would just pray for y'all. Cause man, America, we going through it. Our parents are drug addicts and jailers. God damn it. Divorcees left and right. They got kids all over the place. It's like, what are we doing?
It's like we're the kids that have to like put their parents to sleep and be like, tuck them in, like, yeah.
Dad's on the couch again, drunk. Mom's cried herself to sleep. God. Go get mom. I am.
I got you. I got
legs.
You. You know,
big asshole.
You know, but I'd be the petty kid though, like where I'm gonna make sure both legs are up on the couch, but if Dad's arm slinks off, where it gets all dead arm in the morning, where you're like, for sure, I'm leaving that sucker. I'm not helping you with that. You deserve that.
I'm putting wet socks on both their feet. Fuck you guys. Get a cold. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm an angsty teen now.
Just sprinkle some like chips on the pillow before you tuck them in. Just
wet socks and itching powder. Fuck you guys. Go in there. And then I'm running away.
Yep. For sure.
I don't want to be here.
I'm gonna go to my cousin's house. Nah.
Can I come stay with you? Oh, sorry, little buddy. Not right now. It's like, no.
Sorry. I'm on a date with someone else right now. I can't talk. Come on.
Uncle Mexico, can I pull up? He's like, yeah. You're gonna have a hard time getting back over there, but you can stay.
Yeah.
Just right. Bridge of the nose, like, oh, this is gonna be a problem.
Right. Like,
this is brought to you by the dysfunctional family post that you had earlier this week.
Yep.
Oh man.
But the metaphor, it hits like clearly. This is, if we're looking at us as a family, the family being the country, like the kids, pretty soon it's kind of like, okay guys, sibling huddle here. The parents are off the rails. What are we gonna do?
You gotta kick the parents out, dude. Like they've gone too far. Obviously. And we can't go to the grandparents. They suck too. They're letting all this just go. Congress. Make sure everyone knows the analogy going on right now. Congress talking about y'all.
Yeah.
Fuck,
Who's the Supreme Court then in the setup?
They're the rich great grandparents that just keep their nose out of people's business until it's something that affects them more or less.
Yeah, that's a good one. I could see that.
It's a terrible fit. I'm gonna take your post and then I'm gonna clip it right before this. Dysfunctional family. Oh, all right, man. I got a. How old were you? Let's press on. What do the mental health field and Pizza Hut have in common? Oh, you think about that? Oh, my window.
Pizza Hut and the mental health field. We've all done testing on animals?
Unfortunate truths, but no, that's not the one I'm going with. You good? All right.
Yeah.
The Noid. Or rather, the name Noid. So, I saw a video here last week, early last week, and I found it super interesting. So, the reason Pizza Hut stopped using that character, the Noid, this rabbit-looking guy. Well, actually, it was a guy in a rabbit outfit that would, I think, try and steal the pizza before it got to you. All right, I'm just gonna share my screen. Open up the page.
I was gonna say, you gotta like show this.
I got you. So they lost their mascot. There was this guy. Who went into Domino's. I said Pizza Hut. Domino's. Excuse me, guys. Domino's. And he went in with a revolver and held it up. He was like, now everyone hates me. Like everyone's turning against me. Like the world, like is like they're gonna try and come take me down. And he tweaked out, and he ended up having a demand for a ransom, $100,000. The employees in question escaped, but the damage of the Noid brand was done. Not only was the headline too good to ignore, Domino's hostages can't avoid the Noid this time. I'm like, man, talk about a headline. Like, yeah, no, that's a bar. But it turned out that Kenneth Lamar Noid, who was the assailant, actually believed that he was the Noid, or at least the Noid's original inspiration. So they're like they've copied my life, and now like I'm going stark raving mad.
Oh,
went in, held up 2 employees with a revolver, and yeah, they were like, oh yeah, he had a paranoid schizophrenia. So mental health, meat Noid, meat pizza.
Wow. So he just... Oh no, he committed suicide?
I was trying not to...
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I was reading it. He
blew a lot.
Just bleep that out, man. Just be
like...
he boop. Yeah.
He tweaked, but they were like, we can't recover from this. But I've heard twinklings that they're gonna be bringing him back. The Noid, not the dead man.
What was the inspiration for it though? Like
the actual Noid?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was gone over when I initially looked at or watched the video. It was just like some, because they had a lot of crazy characters at the time. I believe it was. Let me see if it has the backstory.
Interesting. What a weird. I mean, marketing is a weird world.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Like I just don't know how some of those things get approved. Like, hey, this is the guy. This is the guy that's going to be like stealing pizzas. That's what we're going to go with.
Yeah.
I had a great marketing idea for a car company.
Let's hear it.
So if anyone steals it, just cut us in for a little bit. When I say a little bit, 10%. 10%.
Watermark this part.
Yep. This will be time stamped. So the idea I had was like, for a car company, hypothetically, the whole bit is the car company essentially creates vehicles that are so nice and so enjoyable that people are trying to get pulled over to get arrested just to ride in the vehicles. And so it's just like a whole bunch of bits of people that are like trying to get picked up by the cops to get in the vehicles. People that are like parking
the
right
cop cars are the super awesome one.
Yeah. So like parking right in front of fire hydrants.
So white.
Swerve. Oh, come on now.
It's probably the whitest thing I've ever heard you say.
It was a no. That's not the whitest thing you could say.
No, the whitest thing I've heard you say.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see that. I'm like,
good.
Yeah.
Who trying to get pulled up?
And if the car was nice, but I'm saying like it doesn't age well because like that was an idea that was like out there, like way far back there, where maybe like, oh, that could be funny. Now that's what I mean. Like marketing's kind of weird because like ideas in the moment you're like, oh yeah, that's cool, and then they age really weirdly, and you're like, we didn't think about it, like, and then society changed, and then it's kind of weird.
Because that idea is for sure like one you'd see like in the 80s. Where
it was
tune up the car commercials.
Yeah, it was like an early 90s, mid 90s sort of like era commercial where you could be like, oh, that might be funny. But then as it, as time goes on, ideas and you're like, the context changes and you're like, this is.
I miss jingles. Oh, dude. The free creditreport.com one just popped in my head. Back when they were in that used subcompact, FREE, that spells free creditreport.com, baby.
I have been a part of actually like writing some jingles and recording some jingle sessions.
I miss the period for the hot jingles, dude.
Dude, it's great. You would have been really good. Like you have some good ideas. The ones that I was a part of, they were just like cheesy, and it was like middle of Wisconsin commercials where it'd be like, here's like Weber's Farm, like write a jingle for Weber's Farm. We want to highlight like our amazing milk, and just you'd sit in a room and you'd be like, milk. What do we got on milk? Like, what should we say? And you're like,
not the idea think tank of just milk. Okay. Let's get a waterfall of milk and a hot lady bathing. But it's just like, bro, this is a shampoo commercial. All this shit. You're right. Okay. Milk. Hot lady drinking milk on the beach. Bro, what's up with you and hot ladies? Like, what's going on? Because that was all they had in commercials. Like, they didn't use just regular people. It's like there was a standard.
Oh yeah,
that was always the case. So I'm like, bro, chill out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, put me in a think tank.
See, but that's
my perfect job.
It was weird, and then writing the music for it because you also had to like fine tune like your audience because you were trying to find your audience, what style of music they liked. And so like I'm telling you, like they
didn't give you demographics or anything.
No, they did. They did. but you'd be like, oh, what's hot? What's on the radio right now? Like, so
Oh
you'd be like,
yeah.
you'd have to call the radio station and be like, hey, what's the most requested like song of like the last 5 years in your area? And they'd be like, it's like Madonna. So, and you'd be like, all
Was
right,
the
we gotta,
internet not a thing? Wait, how long ago was this?
I,
How old are you? I know
I'm
you to
30,
be a young man.
I'm 37, man.
That's
Like,
what I'm like. I actually said 38. I thought, okay, my bad. I was a year
it's,
off.
I'm telling you though, like, but like some of those weren't as easy. Like the internet didn't track all the things yet. Like there wasn't like Facebook or like um like so for this show like YouTube, Facebook, like all the different companies out there.
Sure.
You can just with 2 clicks be like, who's listening to my stuff? And you're like, it's a bunch of 60-year-old white women. You're like, really? Wow, didn't see that coming. That's unfortunate for them. Also, these 60-year-old white women, like they be filthy out here if they're listening to this.
I don't
Like,
know why when you said white women, the song I've had the time of my life popped up in my head like automatically. Just like it's a Sandals Beach commercial. I don't know why my brain
for real.
my brain just hops skip straight jump.
Yeah. Nope.
Where's my brain at today, man?
Yeah. So the internet was around, but it wasn't like.
Was this like one of your first gigs or something?
He was like a guy from the church, and he like my dad was my dad's a pretty good guitar player, and
I'm trying to place the time like 2010s earlier.
It's like 2002, 2003.
Oh, okay.
Like
that.
So I was
internet just popped off for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's what I was
like,
trying to get at, because I was like, bro, what, if this was like 10 years ago, what are we talking about? There was internet 10 years ago, but 2002.
Yeah,
I don't think
so
YouTube was a thing yet.
And it was like one of those things where like, so I got to play on a couple jingles, and it was all right. I mostly was like filling in because my dad couldn't do it, and I was like, well, I can play guitar, and the guy was like, sure. And then I'd play it and be like, cool, this is weird. And so then at one point I was like with my friends, we were like, can we make jingles? It can't be that hard. And then it was not as easy as you might think, but I think also it's a couple of white guys, like pretty sheltered kids in Wisconsin, that are like, let's make a jingle. How was I bet we can make some money.
Everyone go to a Wisp.
Because that's I don't know. I'll find some other sort of accent.
Well, I guess you can't really like do like pimples or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
you can't like illustrate that.
But
so
I will say,
like some stupid tone of voice makes sense.
I will say, I don't know why a lisp makes me think pimples are most likely there. Like
Hollywood.
When you went, probably because you're like, you can't really like. There's nothing like saying pimples, and you started
braces.
Yeah,
so many braces.
That's why I was like, oh yeah, it's the lisp. Like if it's braces and pimples, for sure it's a lisp. Maybe not as pronounced,
bro.
But it's.
Do people pick on them still? Like it's.
I don't think so.
You can't pick on anybody these days, and that's why I pick on everybody these days.
I don't think pimples are really that big of a thing anymore, and you can't pick on braces anymore because braces just mean you have money. Like that's all it means. Because if a kid comes up and you're like, oh, you got braces, like, yeah, it means I'm loaded and you're not, because these suckers aren't covered by anything. Like,
I've got the best dental plan, thank you.
Right? So, it's like me going up to someone in, with like a Corvette and be like, you got a Corvette, and they're like, yeah, and you don't, because you can't afford it.
Corvette?
Yeah.
Is it in the lot somewhere? I mean, no. Oh.
or like a or like a BMW, like, oh, your car looks stupid. And like, yeah, it's really rough having money. like, 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 what are you supposed to speed off in
No,
your Ford Focus?
no,
Like,
no, because I'm gonna roast people because they have money. Fuck that.
I'm just,
But,
but I'm,
hey,
I'm just
hey
saying, like,
guys,
where'd they come from?
troops.
And he's like, "Hey, We heard you guys are going off on luxury car owners. We just figured we show up for the show."
Oh, look at you, with your disposable money out here paying high maintenance fees for no reason. It's like, honestly, it's a dumb move. Like, that's not fiscally responsible.
Yeah.
Just because you have it doesn't mean you should treat it like dirt. And that's the angle I'm gonna go with. I'm like,
Okay.
so you're just an idiot then, huh?
I mean, you could work that one. You could work
Oh,
that
I'm
That's a good
steering into it. Because they're trying to throw money in my face, and I'm like, so that's what makes you better is the lease of $1,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
How about those maintenance fees, bro? How much is it to get a new tire? Well, wow, man, that could be reinvested in a business or something. That's crazy. But I'm the dumb one. That right? I'm trying to build, and you just out here frivolous. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a good.
That
Those
whole
are good
ego
yeah.
deflation.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I was better than you. You never were.
I like it. You can almost hear the air leaving. Just come back down to earth.
Thank you. Grounded with the rest of us.
Yep.
Oh man. Okay, we're getting toward the end of the episode. Do we want to get into the children's book stuff after we've mocked everyone today, or do we want to save that for its own sort?
No, let's go for it. What have you brainstormed?
There's ideas that I have for mental health, and then there's just like general kind of moralish things.
Okay.
Things like a children's book of helping out around the house, because a lot of children don't have responsibilities like that, or they're getting them a lot later in life now, where if we're going over a book and we're seeing like little Daniel helps his dad mow the lawn by picking up the sticks, stuff like that comes to mind. And for like a book like that, it'd be I like the idea of having all different shades of kids and parents and things like that. Obviously, we grew up in a time where it was majoritively pale folks, and we're living in a lot more inclusive time, even though they don't want it to be. And I'm still gonna keep pushing the gas pedal toward inclusion. Like, my family is inclusive. Fuck, we talking about?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I like that idea. There's this old sort of saying that said that entertainment influences culture or shapes culture. And so I think the idea of having books for kids, it just shapes some values. Not necessarily be like, we want you to believe this way and we're gonna like make you think this way.
Right.
But I think it's just like, hey, here's some entertainment and things. It's a fun story. There's some ridiculousness that comes along, so it's entertaining. I'm a big fan of kids' books that hide, like in the book. There's always like a creature to find on the pages.
Ooh, I like that idea. I like that idea.
Like, and sometimes they're easy ones, like, hey, for young kids, find the caterpillar. For older kids, y'all better find like, the chameleon that can change colors on every page.
Ooh, that's nice.
Right? Like,
for more advanced. That's actually really nice. I was thinking a squirrel for the chores book, Like it might pop up in a window, like just sitting on the windowsill while kids helping like sweep
Uh-huh.
or pick toys up,
Yeah.
or on the
Yeah.
fence. It's like,
Yeah. Something that just kind of like
yeah,
keeps it engaging, looking, studying the page. But I think it's also just you want it to be something fun. You want it to be something that's entertaining and applicable all at the same time.
I
So
agree with that.
I made up a story with our kiddos when we were coming back from Kansas City because they were like, "We want our story in the car, like you promised." And I was like, "Fine." So I made up the story essentially of this squirrel challenging all of the animals in the zoo to sort of like these competitions of who was better at different things, like um and just natural skills and abilities that animals have that other ones don't, like challenging a cheetah to a foot race. And and at the end of the story, like the moral of the story is essentially like be comfortable knowing that you're good and gifted in certain things, and
Mm-hmm.
your value doesn't change if someone's better than you at something else. It just means they're really good at that,
Right.
and you can learn like to work with each other and enjoy that. So
Everyone's got different skills and talents,
yep.
and it's nothing to be ashamed if you don't have those same ones,
Yep.
because you have your own talents.
Right.
It's like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, just something where it's like it was comical because it's a squirrel versus all these other animals, and he's just getting just the snot beat out of him in these, and he's starting to think negative thoughts about himself, and then at the end has to realize like he's really like the best at hiding acorns and climbing trees. And he can also fall from great heights without getting hurt. Like he's the best at that. Because squirrels can jump from really high and not get
that they
hurt.
can.
So,
Um, do we have wombats in there
oh,
and how they're
we
really
have to.
good dancers?
Uh
Just have them twerking.
huh.
Just
I
throw
feel
it in.
I also am I'm a big fan of like a good message,
Mhm.
something that's entertaining, but I'm also a really big fan of like dual layered humor where essentially you can almost try and like throw in things that everyone that's reading the book will find it, and it's
Mhm.
only meant to be caught at different ages. Like a
Like how they
5-year-old's not
do
gonna.
our kids shows back in the day, and the
Mhm.
parents be like, "What was that?"
Yeah, yeah. And you're like, why are you laughing? You're like, you don't like,
You don't
and then
need to
you
know.
rewatch them now, and you're like, for real, you put that in
Bro,
there.
Little Bear. I tell you what, there was this one scene. Little Bear was helping his dad like scrub his toes because dad was taking a bath, and then he was hopping in the tub with him eventually. Little Bear gets out. Mother Bear comes back in the house, and Little Bear ends up helping Father Bear push her into the tub. And she says something like, "Oh, you are a monster, aren't you?"
No,
Mind you,
no.
Father Bear butt naked in this tub. And he growled. He's like, "Wow." And I'm like, "Yeah, hey, hey."
No
And Little
way.
Bear's right there in the room. Oh, okay, y'all. That I didn't catch that as a youth. I did not catch that one. What you
Yeah.
mean a monster? I just figured because he
What?
growled.
Yeah, he's a dirty bear.
She
He's a
grabbed,
dirty.
peeing.
No,
That's
no.
what happened. I'm an adult. I know what happens.
Right, but even like
Tugged
there
on
was
that
for.
thing.
Oh. But there was another there was another, do you remember when I can't remember what the trend was, but it was like when people were talking about like when they were suddenly aware of like puberty, and someone posted when they watched The Lion King and when Nala's like on her back and Simba's on top and she like gives them that
I
look,
knew
and
that
everyone's
look
like,
before I was a teen. I was like, what's all this now? What's all this now?
right,
I
but
didn't
like
no, but I was like, something.
something's different about this face right here. I
I'm
don't
like,
know
Mama,
what
what
it
that
is.
mean? She's like,
Mama, hey, hey, hey.
Ma, he's on top of her. That's like you and Daddy. Oh, movie's done. Go to your room.
Yep.
Movie's done. Shut the whole scene down.
Just no, but it's I like something that's not not necessarily jokes. Like the jokes don't need to be dirty in the book, but like
innuendo,
something. Well, yeah,
or
but I
even
think
some
it's
implied
also,
nature. Like you said, it doesn't have to be like completely filthy, like the monster thing. It could be something like the implication of going to the bathroom,
right?
You know,
Like,
or using something like that.
yeah, anything like that. Just something where it's like, if you know, you know, but if you don't, you'll never suspect anything because it just sort of flows. So I think, because I don't know, I just think that's kind of fun as a parent when it's something where you're not just reading it and having to endure, but you're like, oh, this is kind of,
Yeah.
I see what you're doing here.
The parents have to be entertained too.
Oh yeah,
I see it that way. It's like we end up reading these books to our children over and over again. It's
like 70 times, man. You better make that book good if I gotta read that thing for bedtime for years.
Who's been holding on. The way you exasperate it.
Dude, I've hidden books from our children and been like, it's lost. Well, I don't know. Have you found it?
You
and then it'll
liar. How dare you lie to the youth?
All right. Issa is just about there. I'm telling you. She's going to go to like the library or she's going to get a book. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find a book for her that is so frustrating, but it's so entertaining for kids. And I'm going to get it for her. And I'm going to, on the back page, I'm going to be like, suck it, Jovan. And she's going to fall in love with it and be like, I love this book. And every time at the end, you're going to be like, ugh, Brandon.
Okay. So when have like any of your spite actions toward me ever worked? I'd like you to reevaluate that and come back next episode with an answer. All right, y'all, we're gonna get ready to depart. Let's see. Do I have good advice this week? I do. Because I like reoccurring messages and themes. My quick shout is letting go of the hurts and pains and even just the general past is the best action for us. We don't pay attention to how much that weighs us down, how much that weighs our heart down when we're only looking through a nostalgic point of view. Like it was always better this way, and what we live now is just terrible. That can't be the truth. Like there can be some truth to it, but as a permanent factor, it can't be the truth. So let go of some of those things from the past to be able to properly move forward. I think that's my good advice. All right, y'all. We'll see you next time.